My name's William Heath, and first I'd like to apologize to her if she feels that I was out of place. I was not addressing the matter last month for the fact of Dr. Schaffner directly being terminated. It was the fact that you just cost the children over $1 million between Dr. Schaffner's contract, paying Ms. Holdaway, legal fees, any benefits that he keeps. That's $1 million. It could be used for books, educational equipment, computers, physical ed equipment. I understand there's playgrounds that need to be remodeled. To this day, and this is to go against your statement of last month, this has not been turned over to the attorneys. There is no legal action. It is not in litigation. So if you're costing our children $1 million, we'd like to know why.
Well, Ms. Holloway's working at her salary. She's not getting paid.
Until her or whoever the new
That's correct.
director is in place.
That's correct.
Then now you're having to pay two directors.
Not yet.
You will have, once a new one is placed in, you will have to pay Dr. Schaffner's contract plus the new director. That's almost $700,000 right there alone. You have sat there and you come in here last month, you tried to run this on a dictatorship. This is the United States of America. My grandfather, my father, my brother, my nephew, and I'm quite sure there's several other veterans here in this auditorium right now that have fought for the right to speak, not to be limited, not to be cut off in the middle of what they're saying. I mean, you came in, you just told Mr. Owens, unless it's on the agenda, it cannot be discussed. If I recall looking at the agenda, on the agenda for, I believe it was the 7th of September, Dr. Schaffner's position was not even on the agenda to be attacked.
That wasn't a special call meeting.
That was not a special call meeting, that was a continuance to the 16th meeting. Even with that, it has to be on the agenda. Look at the Tennessee Open Meeting Act, look at what it says on there. It has to be on the agenda.
Well, sir, an agenda isn't even required in the Open Meeting Act.
Oh yeah, it is. I've read the Opens Meeting Act.
Mr. Easton?
I don't have it in front of me and I couldn't say, but I don't think it does.
Well, then I guess Tennessee.gov is not aware of what they are talking about.
I'm sure they are, but the Open Meetings Act says you got to have an open meeting available to the public.
And special
We're not
meetings,
talking. It doesn't talk or address the agendas. I don't think.
Special meetings or the Open Meeting Act also addresses the fact that unless it's something that's pertaining to like a lawsuit or anything like that, if it's somebody's job is at issue, it is supposed to be publicly notified, that the public is to be notified of this meeting. No closed door sessions or anything like that. Mr. Chesney, you took and you violated the law. You're teaching our kids they can get by with stuff through lies and deception. If it was my choice, I would recommend commit to the board to ask for your resignation. Because if they do not do something about you, I'm going to be here next week. I'm going to be here the following month until you decide to give us an answer to what happened. Why was Dr. Schaffner dismissed? Why have you just cost our children $1 million in taxpayers' funds?
Would you show me where you got $1 million from, and I'll be glad to resign.
Well, let's see. You're looking at, like I said, you're looking
Now
at...
you say you're looking. You show me on the paper.
All we got to do is get Dr. Schaffner's contract, get what you're getting ready to offer the new director of schools, plus the lawyer's fees, which Mr. Eastep could probably vouch. I mean, it's probably going to run close to $200,000 if this goes into court, if not more. Plus at least $125,000 over the next 3 years of benefits that Dr. Schaffner will be holding on to. So, at least give the public an answer. Why was he terminated? You tried to use the audit. The audit came back and bit you and said, no, there wasn't nothing wrong. You said it was in litigation. It was before the lawyers. It's not in litigation. It's not before the lawyers. His lie is all we're going to be able to expect from you. Last month, you cut it off and you adjourned it before anybody else could speak. How about an answer this time?
Not before the lawyers, right here.
What was your excuse last month?
Okay?
You lied last month, said it was before the lawyers, and
Sir,
it
you
wasn't.
need to sit down.
You need to answer the question.
You don't call me a liar. You don't call me a liar.
Okay?
You're
You
trying
were
to
a falsified. You don't want to hear what I've got to say.
You don't
What,
stand there
they're
and call me a
going to
liar.
take against my rights of freedom of speech?
Billy?
You're right.
Why?